Hi, my name is Will. This is my presentation on things. That's me. This is how I'm doing it. I didn't want to make a slideshow, so I just drew everything individually. I hope it's satisfactory. But yeah, this is me. What am I presenting on? Multiplying by factorization. Well, using it. Now, you might be wondering, if you haven't been actually attending any of the sessions, what is this? What does this mean? Well, it's basically using the factor tree, breaking things down into smaller numbers. Might not make immediate sense, so let me break it down for you. Imagine you're me and you are 10 years old and you're in grade 4. You can barely even do the proper multiplication. You just kind of got the concept. Yeah, you're sad because you have a really bad bob that everybody got back when they were younger and had long hair and didn't want to deal with it. So everything kind of sucks. So get yourself in that mindset. You have just kind of figured out how to multiply by singing to yourself, which is really cool, but also we're in the basics. Now imagine your teacher comes over and it's like, "Hi, child, you are doing great. I am so proud of you. You have finally learned how to do basic multiplication of, 5 times 3 and 3 times 6. Really proud of you. I now need you to multiply, I now need you to multiply 16 by 15. As you can see, that's kind of stressful. Now, if you asked any 10-year-old to do this, they'd most likely break down crying like I probably did. But there really is an easy way to do it. See, let's take the problem, okay? We got 16 by 15. Now, I look at this nowadays, then I'm still I don't really get this. I don't know how to do this without actually going and using my calculator. But there is a way to do it without using the calculator. So, you take the 16. That's the problematic number. You got to take it and you got to break it down. What multiplies by what? Stop doing that. What multiplies by what to make 16? Easy. 2 times 8. Pretty easy if you can actually break it down. So you see, yeah, 16 into 2 times to 8, that equals 16. So that turns into 2 times 8 times 15. Technically, you could probably do this at this point, but also, if you asked, "Hi, tiny child, can you do 2 times 8 times 18? I'd say no. I probably wouldn't. So we need to break it down a little further if you want to. So you take that 15, you times it, I don't remember what I wrote here, by 2. Times it by 2. You do the very first part, times it by 2. That equals 30. Pretty easy, right? Makes sense. So after that, you're like, okay, so what's 30 times 8? That's really big. I wouldn't be able to do that still without using a calculator. But see, it's easy. You take the 3 and you times it by 8, because 3/8, that makes 24, right? Yeah, it does. Why does it do that again? I don't remember. I'm just kidding. I remember my thought process now. I did this 5 minutes ago. You take that 3 and you shorten it. You just turn it into the 3. And you times that by the 8 there. That makes 24. Now, as you might know, 30 is bigger than 3. If you don't know that by now, please drop out of college. 30 is 10 times bigger than 3. So if we look here and we have the 24, what would you say would happen if you put the 0 in front of the 3? Or, behind the 3. That would be stupid. Behind the 3. It would make it 10 times bigger. So basically, you take that 24 and you turn it into 240. There you go. That's how you do it. And now you can do 16 times 15, and it's 240 because we went and made it more complicated, but we broke it down, and it makes sense. If this doesn't make sense, please make it make sense, because I don't want to redo this. Okay, thank you. I hope you liked my presentation. Have a good day. Please give me a good grade.